What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Today we are going over pretty much everything you need to deep clean, restore, and repair your sneakers. Bear with me because it's a little disorganized, but before we start the video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share. So without too much further ado, let's get into it. So first and foremost, you want to get yourself some gloves. You do not want to handle a lot of these things without gloves. Shit gets on you. Some of it will burn you. Second thing you're going to want is your trusty apron, because I'm sure you are not trying to get paint and chemicals on your gear. So from there, we're going to go into the bathroom, into wherever your sink is. We're going to get into the deep clean. So you want to start out by inserting your shoe trees into your shoe to keep the form, make it so you can apply pressure to the toe box without fucking your shoes up. So these come from Resuminator. And most of the stuff that I'm going to show you here today either comes from Resuminator or Angelus. Some of it not, but most of it does. So, for the cleaning chemical or product, this is my go-to. Resuminator. It works great. It's fairly priced. But I just got this little bottle of Jason Mark. I wasn't sure because I'm pretty loyal to Retrievinator. Wasn't sure how it was going to work. I love it. I think it actually works better. So, to be honest, I'm probably going to switch out to Jason Mark. I'm still going to use the Resuminator brushes, but the Jason Mark formula, it smells better, and I feel like it gives you a better clean. So, then we go into the Resuminator 3-brush system. You start with the soft bristle brush. And then, after that, you have the all-purpose medium bristle brush. And then, for your soles and midsoles, if you're careful, you have the stiff bristle brush. So, sometimes, I feel like that's a lot of work, man. Scrubbing by hand, scrubbing by hand, scrubbing by hand. So, I picked up this bad boy right here. This is the Dremel Versa. This thing works great. Saves you a lot of work. It takes a lot of the elbow grease out of the job, and it comes with these attachments: the buffer and the scrubber. So you get the Dremel Versa with all those attachments. I also keep on hand some Show Advanced. You got the built-in scrub on top. That's always good. The Pretreat. Then I keep the OxiClean Max Force. That is really to pre-treat. Also, sometimes when you're cleaning, I like to keep some alcohol on hand, and I like to keep some vinegar on hand as well as some peroxide. So the reason I keep all of those things is because, you know, man, there's different things. I mean, vinegar isn't going to clean everything. Alcohol isn't going to clean everything. Peroxide isn't going to clean everything. But Resuminator, Jason Mark, is not going to clean everything. So I feel like the more things you have on hand, the better your chances of getting the stains and marks out of your shoes. Just keep your options open. You never know what might work for what stain. From there, after you get it cleaned up, well, actually, I'm skipping ahead too fast. I also use this bad boy. That, ladies and gentlemen, is called the Bissell Steam Shot. That is a handheld steamer, and I use that because sometimes when you get suede shoes, or any shoes for that matter, sometimes those stains are buried so deep that just regular scrubbing isn't going to get to it. So you hit it with the steam, and that brings the stains to the surface more. So you hit it with the steamer, scrub, hit it with the steamer, scrub, and at some point, most of the time, you'll be able to raise that stain to the surface and get it out. So after you're done with all of that, you're going to want to take your Resuminator laundry bag. And I forgot to mention, pretty much all throughout these processes, you're going to want a microfiber towel. I put my apron on, I keep a couple right in the pockets. You always are going to need them. So once you put your shoes in the laundry bag, you throw one of these in. That's the Resuminator laundry pods. I throw a scoop of OxyClean in with it too. That's not in here right now. That's why I'm not showing you guys that. But it's in the other room. So that's my own personal preference. It's not a, I don't know if it makes a huge difference or not, but I think it does. So once you take it out of the laundry, you want to let it dry. Once it's dry, there's a few different options. So chances are your soles are going to be a little yellow. You're going to want to put them in the ice box and get the stains out. So with the ice box, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need some saran wrap, which I recommend getting the saran wrap with the slide cutter. It just makes your life a million times easier. So you're going to take your shoes, you're going to scrub them down. I scrub them down with a brush and either alcohol or acetone. Scrub the soles down. Try to keep it off the painted areas of your soles, just use it on the clear part. And once it's all scrubbed and dried, you're going to want one of these two things: Salon Care 40 or Salon Care 50. You can buy these at Sally's Beauty Supply. I got 2 of those big jugs delivered to my front door for under 20 bucks. So it's very affordable. Then you wrap the saran wrap over the soles. Try to keep it as tight as possible. You don't want it to dry out. And then you're going to throw it in the ice box. I showed my ice box in another video. I'm not going to fuck with the camera to show you again. If you want to see the ice box and how it's made and what it does, check out my other video. So once it's out of the ice box, once again, there's a few different options you could do. So let's say the sole's coming off. You're going to have to do a sole reglue or a complete resole. You are going to need a Dremel with a file attachment. You are, once again, you're going to need acetone. So Dremel, acetone, cotton rounds or cotton balls, either one you can use. I like to have some Q-tips handy. These I got at the dollar store. They have a pointed tip, so it's easier to, if you need to clean around something, it's easier. So once you do that, that's a whole nother video. I'm not going to get into the whole sole reglue process, but if you have suede and there's stains in the suede, or you want to re-nap the suede, you got the Resuminator suede eraser, Resuminator suede brush. Use either of those. Also, I bought at the dollar store this 3-pack of different kinds of brushes. This brass brush, if you want to re-nap your suede, use that brass brush. That 3-pack cost me, I think, $2. It was nothing. If that doesn't work, if your nap is real matted down in your suede, you can get some real fine grit sandpaper and sand it up. And then I missed this part, but on your soles, you're going to want Angelus shoe cement. This is going to be a mess when I'm done. I'm going to have a lot of stuff to put away. So, next up, if you want to get the sock lint and all those little pills and beads on the fabric of your shoes, you get one of these bad boys. This is a lint remover. It works amazing. My mother got it for me for Christmas. It's amazing. It's a miracle worker. I'm so glad I have it. Real basic, but works wonders. Also, you can use it on shoelaces when they get frayed. I like to keep a razor, just a cheap little disposable razor. So when your laces get frayed, you can lay them down, take the razor across them, and clean them up. You're also going to want an X-Acto knife. That was just random, but that's more for the paint job, which is what we're on to now. So after you get all that stuff done, you start with the paint. You're going to need some paint brushes. I like the Angelus brushes. You're also going to need an airbrush machine. I don't know how well you can see that, but I don't want to mess with the setup of the camera. So they have guns like this. Comes with a little holder. And they have guns like this. This airbrush machine, I mean, it only cost me like $100. It came with 3 guns, all the different attachments. It's worked great for me. Oh, side note, get yourself some of these. They're little ketchup mustard dispensers. Got them once again. I got them at the dollar store. Put your Salon Care in that. It just makes it easier to deal with. More control. Alright, so then we're going to get into the paint. I use Angelus paints. It's the best paint. They have the most colors. That's what works for me. Like I said, do what works for you, not what works for me, not what works for anybody else. Do what works for you. And if you're going to be doing any customs or trying to fix up any Jordans, they don't have all the custom colors. So get yourself one of these. It's just a little color wheel, but it makes your life so much easier. So much easier. You're gonna need a heat gun, and that's so you can dry your stuff in between coats. Pair of scissors, always helpful. And then you got your additives. You got your Too Hard. You have your Duller. You have your Too Soft. You have your Too Thin. And you have your Spot Remover. And you're going to need some tape. After that is done, I forgot to mention as well, I apologize, but your iron, you're going to need your iron and a rag or a face cloth to get the creases out. Once again, I have a video about that. You guys can go check that video out if you want to know how to get the creases out. So next up, the Angelus shoe deodorizer, because motherfuckers got stank feet. So just spray some of that in there. There's no fragrance to it or nothing. It's just an odor neutralizer. So spray that in there after you wash it. That keeps the smell down. Or just, if you're a baller, if you work, just get you a bottle. When you take your shoes off at the end of the day, spray a little bit in there and you're done. And then, Krylon matte finish. That is to protect your paint, make sure it doesn't chip and scratch, and it protects it. So that's just your final coat. And then you're gonna want Resuminator water and stain repellent, and that's gonna be your final step. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, subscribe, hit the comment bell. whatever you can do, man. I appreciate y'all. You stick it out with me, I'm gonna stick it out with you. Till next time, I'm out.